Jake here for American Trucks, and in this video we're taking a look at the driver's side powered heated automatic folding mirror in chrome fitting 2013 to 2018 Ram 1500s. Trucks today are pretty large, and sometimes despite how careful you might be, your mirror still gets messed up, broken, or you just work your truck hard enough that it gets worn out. So if you're in need of a replacement mirror or you want to upgrade the look of your truck while still keeping that stock look and functionality, this is going to be just what you're after. Featuring OEM type styling and construction, this is a full replacement mirror that keeps all the functionality of your truck intact and costs a lot less than the factory part. I know mirrors are not the most exciting thing, but they do play a key role in not only the functionality, but also the looks and safety of your truck. And if you find yourself in need of a replacement driver's side mirror for your own Ram, look no further. This is an OEM style mirror, just like what may have been on your truck from the factory. The outer housing features the same textured black as your factory trim, and a chrome mirror cap brings it all together. That means it's going to blend in perfectly and look just like it did rolling off of the showroom floor. Or if your truck originally came with the plain black mirrors and you want to switch it up for chrome, this is an easy way to get that look while keeping things still close to factory spec. Now this mirror also retains all of your power functions: power glass adjustment, the automatic power folding feature, heated glass, and turn signals as well. So these are going to function just like your factory mirror with no modifications needed. Now the turn signal lights also feature OEM style amber lighting, and there's even an integrated puddle light, so if your truck was so equipped originally, these are going to light up when you unlock it, keeping that function intact as well. Now it is worth noting here that this is only the driver's side mirror we're taking a look at, so if you need to replace your passenger side mirror as well, you'll need to get that separately. However, we do have the matching one available at the same price on our site, so you can get a fully matched set. Construction here is all standard OEM grade stuff as well. You get brand new mirror glass enclosed in an ABS plastic housing, just like your factory mirror. The lens for the turn signal is clear polycarbonate with LEDs inside taking care of the lighting. All of this means that it's going to hold up and function just like your original mirror, but it'll be all nice and fresh, giving your truck a nice refresh or upgrade while you're at it. Pricing is going to come in at about $300. Now again, this is only for one mirror. However, it is far less expensive than the equivalent part from Ram or Mopar themselves. Believe me, I looked for you. In fact, buying both this driver's side mirror and the matching passenger side one together are still going to cost you less than just one side from Mopar. So if you want or need a replacement for a sensible price, this is going to be your answer. Installation is going to get a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and it should take you about an hour to complete the job. This is mostly plug and play. However, it is worth noting that if your truck didn't have the power folding option, puddle lights, etc., you are going to need to program the truck in order to get those functions working properly. However, there is no wiring to complete, and everything will just bolt on like your factory mirror did. And now to show you that installation process, let's hand things over to one of our AT customers.
Okay, this is what I used here. Small Torx wrench or Torx driver. Not really necessary, but rather than prying off those clamp pieces, I thought it was a little bit easier and better than damaging them. Large Phillips head screwdriver, some electrical tape, 10mm ratchet, and then various sundry pry tools. Okay, we're going to be replacing the driver's side mirror on my Ram 1500. That's a 2015. You can see it's cracked. We won't get into all the details about how that happened. And we'll replace it with this new one from American Trucks. Okay, first thing we're going to do is remove the cover that's covering the side view retaining nuts. With the pry tool, remove this cover, which is covering a screw retaining this additional cover over the door handle. Then with a large Phillips head screwdriver, remove the screw that holds that additional cover. With the pry tool, under here, and lift up the side mirror and windows control cover. Then disconnect the controls by pressing the tab on these two sort of modules here. This can be a little bit tricky. You got to press the tab here and pull down. Press the tab here and pull. Some mirrors might only have the one module. I have two. Using a small screwdriver, remove the 7 push pin rivet fasteners. Now what I found is this actually has a Torx head on it, but it won't immediately release. You have to put some pressure on it, and then it seems like they'll then unscrew, but they won't just unscrew on their own. It's probably a little bit better way to do it rather than forcing them out. So get some pressure under there and then use the Torx screwdriver to get the rest of it out. And then there's this second retaining clip as well. I don't know if you can see that. There are 7 of these here, here, down below here, and here, and then on the side here and up here. Again, I found this easiest to use a small screwdriver, get some pressure behind that, then you can use the Torx and unscrew it. That should keep it more stable for reinsertion. So that pulls that out, and then you want to get this retaining clip out of there as well. Apologies for a little bit of dirtiness on the truck door. It's the middle of hunting season and chose not to detail the truck. Correction, there are 6 on my door of these retaining pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gently pull, pry on the door handle trim to remove it. On my truck, there's another electrical connection that needs to be removed. Just press on the tab here, it should come right out. And now the door cover should just come right out. There's another electrical connection there. Just leave that as is. No reason to mess with that at this point. There's 2 small electrical connections on my truck. There might only be one on yours. Gotta push this tab here and remove, push this tab here and remove. It's a little tricky. Gotta get to this little tab here. And the same for here. Little tab. Now, pry on this mirror wiring retaining clip to get that out, so we can get the mirror out. A little bit tricky. I want to be careful not to damage this so we can reuse it. Using a 10mm socket and ratchet, remove the nuts supporting the mirror. Obviously brace the mirror as you're removing it. Okay, time to install the mirror. Of course, you need to remove the rubber protectors. Insert the electrical wiring through the opening. Careful to line up bolts. Tighten the bolts. Of course, tightening up with the 10mm socket ratchet. I'm going to use the old retaining clip. Just tape it back on like it came from the factory. And then plug it back in where it was. Now we plug the electrical connectors back in. Okay, it's time to get the door panel back on. Obviously making sure we get the electrical positioned. Want to make sure the locking mechanism is in place okay. And you've got your electrical connections available. And your door trim gaps and holes line up properly. Put back the screw located in the handle, the Phillips head screwdriver. Pop back in that screw cover piece. Put the 6 push Torx connectors in place. I think it's mainly going to be pushing at this point. Reconnect the electrical connection that goes into this door handle cover, and then reinstall the door handle cover. Should pop just right in. Reconnect your electrical connections to the side mirror and window controls. Snap the control panel back in place, and snap the remaining cover in place. Cover up the bolts containing the mirror, and we should be done. Bingo, bango, bongo.
That's gonna do it here for our review and install the driver's side powered heated automatic folding mirror in chrome, fitting 2013 to 2018 Ram 1500s. Thanks so much for watching, and as always for all things Ram, be sure to keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.